So today is National Healthcare Decisions Day. It's every year on April 16th, and it exists to inspire, empower both the public and healthcare providers about the importance of advanced care planning, about the importance of us talking about these things and making plans for what care we would need. Dr. Nesbitt and I have joined together really to bring it to our community. This is something that we've done every year for the last few years because we think it's so important for people to express their wishes about their health care, for us to work with providers and how to respect those wishes, and for everybody to have a better journey if there's something that needs to be decided, sometimes at the end of the life in a crisis situation. I do have to say it is somewhat ironic that National Healthcare Decisions Day is occurring this year during a worldwide pandemic. Advanced care planning remains as important as ever, and that's why we're so glad that you are willing to be flexible and join us on this virtual event as we start to try to bring education and information to people in a virtual manner. Many of us wished we were at our resource center, but this is the best that we could do. The ongoing COVID-19 crisis serves as a reminder of the importance of doing advanced care planning should you ever be stricken with an illness or medical condition that renders you incapable of making the decision about your own care at that time. It's so difficult, I would imagine, for medical providers to have to be put in a situation to help make these decisions. And at this point in time, sometimes without family or a decision maker being able to be around. At the end of our presentation, we will show you how, if you don't already have a healthcare power of attorney, how you can get on our firm's website and get a free healthcare power of attorney. We believe that this is so important that everybody should have a healthcare power of attorney. We also agree with some of what, well, everything that Dr. Nesbitt says, but his opinion that the document's not enough. The document in and of itself has failed. So having the document's important, but having the communication's even more important. And we'll get into that as we move forward. But before we jump into talking about Healthcare Decisions Day, I do want to take a few moments to recognize Linda Bryant. Linda Bryant is today, virtually, being awarded the Dr. Alexander Nesbitt Commitment to Caring Award. And we do actually have a plaque here, which we are virtually giving to her, and hope, you know, obviously we'll give it to her in person. But this is the 7th annual Dr. Alexander Nesbitt Commitment to Caring Award that's being given out. We do this each year as part of our Healthcare Decisions Day. Linda, I have to tell you, we usually try to surprise people, but we didn't know how to surprise you virtually. And so had I guess, the blessing of not being surprised or sideswiped by it. But this award is really inspired by Dr. Nesbitt. It recognizes every year an individual or a nonprofit in the community who shows extraordinary commitment to caring that improves the lives of others. Linda has certainly led a life that gives example, a great example of the commitment to caring. She attended Purdue University and earned her bachelor's degree in early childhood education and a master's degree in family education. She's been caring for a son with special needs her whole life, and this has given her a greater sense of appreciation for all the difficulties and joys associated with providing this specialized care. Linda's passion for helping seniors, for helping others is exhibited at the Heartworks as the Heartworks coordinator at UPMC. Heartworks is a family-based support program that meets twice a month on the campus at Divine Providence Hospital and gives children a time and a place to express their emotions when dealing with substantial loss. Linda's walked countless children and teens through the grieving process. Linda joined Heartworks as a volunteer and became deeply connected with the program's mission. Didn't take her long to realize that she loved helping children and obtain a sense of hope and comfort during such a difficult period of time. Heartworks is run primarily on the assistance of dedicated volunteers, and she went ahead and developed a 20 to 25 hour training program that all volunteers complete in order to better serve them. And so Linda, I just want to say to you, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I know that Dr. Nesbitt wants to say a few words about your nomination.
Yeah, so I'm quite thrilled that Linda is the one receiving this award this year, because there is just no one who is more appropriate for this. I stop for a minute and think about it the way it was here in our town 10 or 11 years ago, when a group of us convened a conference here in town with healthcare workers and teachers and faith communities. And we looked at what happens to kids when someone they really love dies. Who helps them? And the answer was, we don't have anything like that here. If some guidance counselor or somebody picks up on the fact the kid's sad, they get help. But a lot of kids did not have any structured way to get through this huge event, this life-changing event in their life. So at that time, there was a convening of people who said, how do we build something? How could we sustain it? And volunteers stepped forward. And since then, it for me has been utterly inspiring to see a whole group of dedicated volunteers who have gone through very specific training and work in a really concerted way to find kids who need this help the families, have the kids help each other, help the adults who are trying to parent or grandparent or accompany these kids through this hard time. It is really inspiring, and this would not be as it is now without Linda's consistent, faithful, diligent work. Training people, finding volunteers, connecting with sources for kids and families to learn of this resource. It has made such a difference. And so I really admire Linda, and I salute her for all of what she does. And she'd be the first to say, oh no, it's not me, it's the other volunteers. And that's true, but it's true that it's Linda who is the one who is the foundation for this and pushing it forward. So I thank you so much, and congratulations on this award.
Thanks. Thanks for the kind words.
You're welcome.
Thanks to all my volunteers. They're just incredible, incredible people. And if anybody out there is interested in being a volunteer, there's a new class coming up, hopefully sometime. But
Good.
Thank you.
Well, again, Linda, thank you. And thanks to Dr. Nesbitt, who really, his commitment to caring for our community was the first example. And it's always really fun each year to look within our community and find examples of such commitment to caring. We live in a wonderful community. It's never a lack of having people to choose from. The hard part always is deciding who to choose out of all of the great people that we have in our community. So thank you, Linda, very much. And I apologize that, there's no refreshments, we're not in person, but we didn't want to hold on to it. I think as we, there's so much that we're in right now of a new reality, and I'm a big believer of not putting things off. We'll do the best job we can right now. And later on, if we can have a reception to honor you, we certainly will. So thanks.